stillness of today, waking our tired muscles, focusing our restless minds. The echoes of those before us ring across the courts, blow across these fields. This is our sanctuary, a place where legends are made, where we rise up to every challenge. What may be our limit today will be surpassed tomorrow. Again and again and again. That's why we rise every morning, knowing there are no limits to greatness. Limits are for speed signs, not leaders, not us. We are students. We are athletes. We are leaders. We are IMG.
And good afternoon and welcome back to IMG Academy Field for the final matchup in our USA Spring Premiere presented by US Lacrosse. This match between USA and Canada, their U19 sides. And alongside my broadcast partner Corey McLaughlin, I am Ryan Sudol getting ready to call all four quarters for you again. Corey, when you look at the rivalry, especially when it comes to USA and Canada, not necessarily, even if you don't know about the sport, if you hear that USA and Canada are playing, it's a matchup you usually want to watch.
Yeah, it's a deep rivalry in lacrosse too. This event though is kind of a evaluation event for both of these teams. They're still working on cutting down their final rosters for the U19 championship this summer. They'll both have to go down to 23 eventually. The U.S. has 30 today, and Canada's got 37. So they're still looking at some evaluations, but yeah, whenever you put Canada and U.S. in uniform, you're bound to see something good.
Obviously, the rivalry most commonly coming in the form of a hockey match or also in soccer, but looking forward to a much more competitive game than we saw than our 11 o'clock game, which featured the University of Denver, the defending national, the NCAA national championship, going up against the senior team for the U.S. men's national team, a game that finished 22-6, but definitely anticipating a little bit closer match probably in this one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. Canada's got some really talented players, the U.S. as well. The U.S. is going to be, Nick Myers has scripted the four quarters and is going to be going with different lineups each quarter. And just want to see different combinations and tinkering with lineups, but so we'll see what the outcome is, but again, both of these teams are really kind of trying to figure out their teams.
And we'll take a look at the starters for the U.S. men's U19 national team. Starting out, number 2, Michael Sowers. Number 3, Jared Bernhardt. Number 7, Willie Clan. Number 8, Patrick Foley. Number 9, Timmy Kelly. Number 14, Alex Rossner. Number 15, Ryan Conrad. Number 19, Drew Sapinski. Number 23, Christian Feliziani. Number 29, Noah Leishman. And number 32, Hugh Krantz. Again, they are coached by Nick Myers. Assistant coaches Pat Myers, Chuck Rubling, and Peter Toner. Who are you going to be keeping your eye on for the U.S. side?
Timmy Kelly's a definite guy to keep an eye on. He may be their top offensive player. North Carolina freshman, right? He's fast, quick. Says he enjoys contact, and he's got pretty much all the total package. He's a great shooter, but he'll pass too. Hates to lose. Ryan Conrad, one of the top recruits in the country now at Virginia. Keep your eye on him. And Willie Clan's the starter in goal. He's the only collegiate goalie on this roster right now.
And we are going to go over the starters for the Canada U19 team. Number 5, Kalen Bullen. Number 28, Jeffrey Henrik. Number 30, Justin Inacio. Number 41, Ryan Lanchbury. Number 47, Clark Peterson. Number 49, Ryland Reese. Number 56, Robert Stovall. Number 57, Jackson Subak. Number 58, Jeffrey Teat. And number 61, Ethan Walker. Also, Canada has a very scripted plan as far as when some guys are going to be playing, as well as when they're going to be sitting. As you said, some of these teams still making evaluations. And here at IMG Academy, actually, with their lacrosse, actually 2 players on the Canada U19 roster are IMG products. Number 48, Drake Porter, as well as number 19, Ben French, who you'll probably see a little bit later in the contest. And right now at the stadium, going through the public address announcer and awaiting the pause for both the Canadian and the American national anthems. And again, a nice crowd. It's thinned out a little bit from the U.S. men's senior team, but still a lot of people that want to see a good competitive match here at IMG.
Yeah, Canada, keep your eye on number 58, Jeff Teat. He had 8 goals and 3 assists against this U.S. team as a member of Hill Academy in November in an exhibition at Ohio State. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's a great finisher, has a tremendous variety. Great range, too, on his shot. He was an all-star in the Ontario Lacrosse Association for Brampton this summer.
And also going to be keeping an eye on Canada, number 30, Justin Inacio, the guy who will be taking the face-offs. He's an Ohio State commit who went 20 for 30 against the US U19 team in November at Ohio State as a member of the Hill Academy, based out of Ontario. He's trained by Team USA men's face-off man Greg Gorenlian and his face-off academy. So definitely a matchup, as you mentioned, Gorenlian kind of the face-off whisperer, and we'll see how it pays off for Inacio in this contest.
Yeah, watch number 42 on Canada, too, Trey Leclerc. Originally committed to Delaware as a ninth grader, but now is headed to Ohio State, where he'll play for Nick Myers, who's across the sideline now at the U.S. Got a big-time shot. He can take it inside as well, so looking forward to see what he has to offer.
Now, with these international competitions, a guy like Justin Inacio, who is an Ohio State commit, it's someone that obviously head coach for the U.S. team, Nick Myers, is probably very familiar with, knowing that he's going to be joining his ranks. So what kind of dynamic do you see that having as far as, if you can even help coach against something like that? Or is this just one of those things where it's, being an exhibition, it's going to be a fun competition, and Nick Myers, if, Inacio does have a great contest, it's going to be something that's just going to make him look more forward to his NCAA season.
Yeah, there's some to that. Lacrosse is a sport where there's a lot of interconnectivity, I would say that way, with guys through different club programs, international game, what have you. So it's not that uncommon, but still, when you're out there and you see some of your future players on the other side of the field, it's got to give you some thought.
And again, still just awaiting the final pause, getting a little bit of a later start. The game was scheduled for 1:30, but again, I'll take a couple-minute delay as opposed to the 5.5-hour delay that the women's contests had yesterday here at IMG Academy. Again, those of you just tuning in, possibly looking forward to the Canada U19 team, IMG Academy, located in Bradenton, Florida. One of the elite training facilities in all of the world for many different sports. You've seen a few professional soccer teams as well as some professional football players, as many sports as you could possibly have at IMG Academy. And we will step aside briefly for both the Canadian and American national anthems. And welcome back. Again, getting ready for the opening face-off. Team USA will start defending the south goal, going right to left on your screen, wearing their white jerseys with navy numerals and red USA on the front. Team Canada wearing their red jerseys and white numerals. They'll be going left to right on your screen, defending the north goal. Again, anticipating, it's been a very exciting weekend of lacrosse action this morning, starting off with the Syracuse women taking on the U.S. women's national team. So anytime that you've got a bunch of individuals representing your country, whether it's at the U19 level or the senior level, usually going to be a fairly good competition. Again, we see a lot of the standard schools represented from the U.S. men's U19 national team, as far as some of the staples as solid lacrosse programs collegiately. A lot of these kids not yet attending, but they are committed to go to certain schools. You see Princeton, Virginia, Johns Hopkins, Maryland, very well represented on the U19 roster.
Yeah, Ryan, these are the future stars of the college game, so excited to see what happens here.
And we see Inacio loses the first face-off, that to Christian Feliziani. And Team USA will start out on the attack. And again, similar to that senior men's national team against Denver, saw the first couple minutes try and feel out what the other team is going to do in their first possession as far as defensively. Right now, not too much pressure being put on Team USA.
Yeah, they'll get a couple touches to try to pass it around and then get into a set.
Now Sapinski down the right side. Again, it's cooled down about 5 or 10 degrees from where it was a little earlier this afternoon. Still unseasonably warm in the Bradenton, Florida area, just about half hour, 45 minutes south of Tampa Bay.
See the starting midfield of Conrad, Bernhardt, Drew Sapinski.
Also mentioned some siblings on the U.S. men's senior team he had talked about in the last game.
Yep, Jared, the younger brother of Jesse and Jake.
Trying to get a goal and carried away by Kaylin Bullen to start.
Thing you don't really kind of appreciate about Canada's defense. Oh.
And just as you say that, the first goal in the celebration, Michael Sowers able to whip one right into the chest of Kaylin Bullen. Good shot, great goal. Saw the nice celebration by Sowers there. Always, again, whenever it's USA Canada, always good to get that first goal out of the way.
See Sowers working behind the cage. Gets a short stick and gets north of goal line and dumps it in far side.
Now Team USA again with possession, like Austin Sims. Now Canada starting to apply a little more pressure on the outside, and looks like Sowers a little bit a victim of the turf sniper.
Canada's got some very, what I was going to say was their defense is, it's physically imposing. It was in 2012 in Finland too, during those championships when Canada beat the U.S. U19 for the first time ever in international competition. So they got some big guys back there.
Now Canada with their first possession in an attacking position. It's Ethan Walker, number 61. And you can see the U.S. defense and midfield moving almost in unison, tracking with the ball as Canada tries to penetrate. Walker drops back off for Riley Curtis. And Canada looking for an open alley to the net. Nice little flick back. That's Lanchberry. Then back over to Walker. See USA defense bending with no break, and then whipped over, and a nice save by Team USA. Incredible effort by Willie Clan.
Clan, it looks like that type of goalie that will steal a couple per game, and that's why he's starting. Great communicator too, quick hands. Saw some body movement there too.
You see Clan trying to get it away. And there's a foul, and he's got to quickly get back. Canada had an opportunity at an open net. Now back around, that is Lanchberry.
You have Teat behind. Jeff Teat in the Hill Academy helmet. You see a couple of those out there today from what Brody Merrill's got going on at that school in Ontario.
Good. The national sport for Canada, obviously ice hockey, but again, much like in the United States, lacrosse picking up in many different markets. Canada definitely being one of them.
It's their official summer sport, so these guys are playing in box rinks all the time outside of hockey season.
And would not want to be up in Ontario this time of year, but sure in the summer it's a little more similar to what we've got going on right now. Now John Wagner.
See Ryan Conrad on defense here. That'll happen in the international game where the offensive middies will need to play defense at times. Number 15.
And back to Wagner, looking for an open lane to the goal, and he's able to sneak it through, and just by number 7, Willie Clan. Nice shot. Looks like there was some contact. And that is the first Team Canada goal. So tied up. And we saw the Denver team and the U.S. men's team play pretty close for the first few minutes, and this game looking to be a little more evenly matched. And
see Wagner getting through there, a little late slide, and dribbles past Clan.
Able to dodge 2 defensemen. Now back on the attack, it's Clark Peterson trying to find some room, and has it in Jeffrey Teat.
Clark Peterson, another guy to keep your eye on for Canada. Do it all midi. Brody Merrill at the Hill Academy says he's the most complete player they've ever had, which is saying something. Reminds him of Gavin Prout, a long-time NLL player.
Now back again behind the net. Out front looking for an opportunity. Trying to sneak through, and blocked away by Clan. Whistle blows, and given back to U.S. men's team. Now a dead sprint down the near side.
See the speed of Austin Sims coming across midfield. I mean, he could be a starting midfielder at Princeton this year. He's the only sophomore in this tryout pool for the U.S.
Now Team USA looking for, again, that go-ahead goal. Canada been on the offensive for the last few minutes, but now Team USA again controlling the ball. A little bit of a check into the back, and just loses it and cleared onto his back. Looked like that was Ryan Conrad. Took a hard shot, but it bounces right back up, and now Canada looking for a quick goal in transition. Instead settles back out to Teat.
Haven't really seen Jeff Teat try to attack too much yet. We'll see if that happens here on this possession.
Teat and Walker trading passes, and now back to the other side of the field. Now Wagner already with 1 goal. And line one up, and some contact before getting to the stick of Willie Clan. Team USA again, dead sprint, able to avoid a few. That is Patrick Foley, defenseman from Johns Hopkins.
Oh, goalie lost it there.
Back out to Timmy Kelly, University of North Carolina.
Kelly fought through some injuries, through his high school career, Calvert Hall. Excited to see what he can do at North Carolina, where he's a freshman now.
Halfway through the first quarter, tied 1 goal apiece. One coming off of the stick of Michael Sowers, the other for Canada off of number 60, John Wagner. Again, very evenly matched. Now back behind net, that is Drew Sapinski, and winds up a hard angle and able to be knocked away and kept out by Kalen Bullen.
Taylor Ray, the Canada coach and also at St. Joseph's, is really coaching up this defense well. You can hear them communicating loud out here, really getting in touch with each other.
Bring it up across midfield. Dalton follows. You can hear a couple of the fans shouting out what the infractions are. And that will be our first timeout. 1-1, 9:06 remaining in the first quarter. Take this time to remind you that U.S. Lacrosse would like to thank the sponsors of the U.S. National Teams program. Their financial support helps Team USA serve as ambassadors for the support while chasing their gold medal dreams. Nike Lacrosse is the official apparel and footwear provider to the U.S. National Teams program. Cascade and STX are the official equipment suppliers to the U.S. Men's National Team program. Greenfields is an official partner of the U.S. National Teams program. SweatX is an official partner of the U.S. National Teams program. And Nationwide is an official partner of the U.S. National Teams program. And you can be too. All you need to do to help support the U.S. National Teams program, just consider making a donation to support the red, white, and blue at uslacrosse.org.
Hey Ryan, as we mentioned, both teams making evaluations here for their final rosters. For Canada, this is their last event before the World Championships this July. And for the U.S., they'll have another event this summer and then head to a training camp before the FIL World Championship out in Seattle, the championships in British Columbia. So both teams are evaluating while also playing the game at the same time, which is can be a little awkward for everyone involved, but
Every other contest we've had a chance to see so far this weekend, whether it was the women's games or both the women's games, there really wasn't anybody fighting for a spot. Obviously, with the men's senior team, everybody kind of knows their place there. But it's always nice to see some players that maybe you don't know or think will necessarily make a team just find that little extra burst and surprise some of the coaches. We saw it with the women's game. Some people that may have been off of the radar that definitely caught the attention of some of the coaches, and especially in some of these last-ditch efforts to try and impress them before your competitions begin. Now for Team USA, Alex Rossner. Again, you mentioned the Canadian defense, very, very strong. can see right now keeping U.S. team at bay. Nice little give and go pass, and number 9, Timmy Kelly, able to find the back of the net. Beautiful shot. And Team USA goes up 2-1. Take a look at the replay. See, beautiful setup. And just 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Assist number 35, Joe Licciardi.
See Joe Licciardi, when you get a short stick, he's going to try to create some offense, and then Kelly sneaks free right on the crease.
Had 2 defensemen right in his face and was able to just surgically cut it through them. And Timmy Kelly with the easy score. (2-1) Team USA, 7:37 remaining in the first quarter.
U.S. with another face-off win there. That's going to help their chances. They've been good early on those.
Again, we were supposed to be keeping our eye on number 30, Justin Inacio. Again, Gurenlian's protege from his face-off school, and right now the Team USA have been very dominant on the face-offs. And Licciardi puts one on and got stuck. It looked like almost in the mask of number 5, Kaylin Bullen.
They're going to give Canada the ball there.
A little confusion. It looked like Bullen didn't know where the ball was. It looked like it was stuck in his stick. Now Canada. Quick charge, and it's Jack Kelly. And again, we'll be seeing different players cycle in and out based on the quarters. Again, you mentioned 30 players for Team USA, 37 for Team Canada. So you only get 80 minutes to see what you have in a lot of these kids. So
yeah, I mean, Canada's looking for, they have some knowns, but they're looking for different pieces, finishing face-off wing, good ground ball guys, so they're looking for a good full 80 minutes of scouts, so to speak, on determining their final roster. Same with the U.S.
Team U.S. sprinting down the far side. That is number 29, Noah Lehman, defender from Penn. And again, just trying to fight his way through, wanted to take it all the way, instead turns it back over to Canada.
Yeah, he went in deep there. Probably, could have looked down and looked up the pass a little sooner on that play.
Now Trey Leclerc. Also Ethan Walker. Leclerc going to sub off. Just over 5 minutes remain in the first quarter. 2-1. Team USA in the lead. Good stick checking by Team USA, and puts one on target, and Willie Clan able to knock it away. Jeffrey Teat back behind the net. Now Wagner, the lone goal scorer for Canada. Back over to Walker, a nice little pass and little misstep. And we had mentioned in the last game that the area in and around the crease going to get beat up turf-wise.
Yeah, field's definitely a little beat up from the 2 days of games. I know Coach Myers before the game said he was concerned about that a little bit and hoped everybody came out unscathed and healthy.
Another shot just off target for Team Canada. You see John Wagner again back up top, over to Walker. Now Teat looking for An outlet finds Wagner.
See Austin Sims there, 18, with that defensive player right there. Yeah, I think he'll be a team leader as well.
And a strong shot. That one coming from Kyle Killen, but another great save by Willie Clan.
Canada riding hard here. See if the U.S. can get over. There's no clocks, no timers in the international game, but the officials can actually put a semi-stall on if the team's not getting across in time. But there you go, the U.S. brings it in.
Now Sowers and feeds back behind net. And Timmy Kelly now back over to the near side. Tries to cut back and becomes a victim of the turf, but somehow retains possession.
Yeah, you see some of that turf
Team
getting
USA.
trimmed up here on the sides.
Now Sowers back behind to Rosner. And Sowers back up top to Bernhardt. Committed to the University of Maryland. Fighting for it, and a nice save by Bullen, and the flag flies.
Gonna have a slash coming up on Canada, so U.S. will be man up.
As we've seen in almost every contest, be it women's or the last game, anyone with a man advantage had a much better opportunity of scoring and almost always capitalized. Feigns the big shot, and then that time, Mac O'Keefe after the pass from Drew Sapinski. O'Keefe makes it 3-1 and capitalizes on the man advantage.
You know, O'Keefe there, that seems to be his spot in that right alley. He did the same thing against the Hill Academy in November at Ohio State. From that area, had a couple goals.
And you saw Sapinski just kind of fake that he was going to shoot to get those defenders a little aware, and then had that pass over to O'Keefe.
Yeah, good execution on the man up there.
Just under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Team USA right now applying all the pressure. See, backing off a little bit. Canada's defense spread out. Back over that is Dox Aitken, committed to Virginia, local product from Villanova, Pennsylvania, in the Haverford School.
Yeah, big righty. He can do a lot.
Now, right now, just fending off a Canadian defender. Another flag flies. Looks like we may have another man advantage possibly to start the second quarter. And it looks like that is, in fact, what we will have. But that is how the first quarter will end after 20 minutes. Team USA up 3-1 over Team Canada. The lone Canadian goal coming from number 60, John Wagner. And the 3 goals for Team USA spread out very well. Sowers got the first one, Kelly assisted from Licciardi, and then O'Keefe, the last one we just saw from Sapinski. Right now, if you're Team Canada, what are you telling your kids to try and get them, you know, obviously we didn't see any timeouts, very, very tightly contested contest so far, but if you're the head coach of Canada, what are you telling your guys, knowing that, you know, there's a lot of guys that are going to come in the second quarter that haven't even seen the field yet?
Yeah, I would say just stay patient. You know, they've lost a couple face-offs in the first quarter and really haven't been able to get much going on offense. We haven't seen much of that typical Canadian craftiness that some of us are used to seeing. So I would just, you know, be patient and stick to the plan. And for the U.S., you know, like we said before, they're going to have different lineups going through this entire game, so that they'll have different attack units, midfield, D-middies, poles, defense, everything in this quarter, switching up the lineup throughout the day.
Again, a nice crowd here for lacrosse. Again, people traveling from all over. I'm sure some of the family members of the Canadian team making the journey across to one of the more southern parts of the United States. Again, seeing a good match so far between two fairly evenly matched teams. Again, the one that was puzzling us, we were going to definitely keep an eye on Ignacio, especially for the faceoffs, but USA has been dominant in many phases of the game right now.
Yeah, Feliziani had a good first quarter there. James Sullivan scheduled to get the faceoffs in the second quarter for the U.S.
Sullivan from Garden City, New York, also plays his college lacrosse at Harvard. Again, well represented as far as some of the programs that are well known to the non-lacrosse watching public as strong lacrosse programs. Now we see Drew Sapinski having some words. The official switching sides, and Team USA now going left to right on your screen. Sapinski will start with the ball.
They're starting on the man up, so no face-off to start the second quarter.
So an even minute for Team USA after that last penalty, and again a very similar play and a perfect shot by Mac O'Keefe. Very reminiscent of the play we just saw down on this side of the field. And what a shot by O'Keefe, I believe also again assisted by Sapinski. Take a look at the replay.
USA goal scored by number 1, Mac O'Keefe. Assist to number 19, Drew Sapinski.
And with 19:31 remaining in the half, and now they will actually take their first timeout. And again, just waiting for the replay so we can show you just how that play developed again on the man advantage for Team USA. Especially coming off of that quarter break, you know, to have a timeout just 30 seconds in after giving up a goal on the advantage. Obviously, you know, these aren't professionals. These are, you know, younger adults that have human emotion that they still haven't been able to kind of compartmentalize. So as far as going down 3 goals, how do you think that's affecting Team Canada's mentality right now?
Well, yeah, you got to keep in mind these are 19-year-olds. Some of them, you know, a lot of them freshmen in college, and others, you know, headed there next year. So, you know, this is a tryout process, and they just need to settle down and be fine. Stay patient, stick to the plan, and I think they'll be just fine.
After breaking the timeout, again 29 seconds into the second quarter, and an identical play from Mac O'Keefe, assisted by number 19, Drew Sapinski.
Yeah, O'Keefe on that goal. He's a 6-foot lefty headed to Penn State. If you don't get out on his hands there, he's gonna can that. It seems like most of the time.
Canada, like they had most of the control of the face-off, but now finally able to settle it down is number 49, Rylan Reese.
Rylan Reese, a freshman at Stony Brook. I think they got themselves a good player there, a long stick midfielder.
And it looks like Team USA has also made a substitution in goal. Jack Pizzula, committed to North Carolina from Parkton, Maryland.
The defense changed up. Rowlett, Borges, and Foley, as the script dictated.
And Borges, another Ohio State player, plays for head coach Nick Myers. when not prepping for international competition. Again, you also see the Pennsylvania schools, obviously, playing for Coach Pat Myers. Rossner, one of them, as well as number 11, Tyler Dunn, and number 29, Noah Lehman.
Now in goal for Team USA, number 24, Jack Pizzula.
Team USA looking to extend their 3-goal advantage over Team Canada, 4-1. Just under 18 minutes remaining in the half. Also have a nice video for you at halftime, so stay tuned for that. Focusing on the Team USA and the Men's Under-19 World Championship in British Columbia. And another big shot. That one does go off the stick of the Canadian keeper, Bullen. And another deflection by Bullen. Right now, Team USA applying all the pressure.
Bullen's small, but he's very quick and headed to Cornell. They'll be happy to have him there.
Back up top for Conrad. Sneaks through a nice dodge and able to skip that one by Bullen and into the back of the net. Great shot by Ryan Conrad. Just kind of dinking and dunking from outside. Able to get by one defender and then just sneak it through the legs of Bullen.
Yeah, Conrad's got great field sense, and you saw some of that there, navigating through traffic and getting free to score.
There we go. We see Team USA again winning the face-off, but quickly giving it back up to Canada before finally settling it down. It's Brian Costable.
Ball out of bounds there, call went to Canada.
A nice pass up by Bullen, looking for Mackenzie Ayakoka. And Canada had tied this game at 1-1 before giving up 4 unanswered goals to Team USA. Trey Leclerc, again, one of those players to watch that we had mentioned wearing number 42. Again, you see just very good communication amongst the midfield and defensemen for Team USA, keeping Canada away from the crease. Ball out of bounds, given back to Canada.
Nice forced turnover there by Canada. They've done that a couple times today.
From behind the net, good defense by Matt Borges. Now Leclerc. And looks to get the dodge and then the pass over. And scooped away by Team USA. That is Jack Rowlett.
Yeah, Leclerc there dodged and was looking to find the open man. They just couldn't connect on that pass.
It's number 10, Grant Ament. See a sprinting USA, Jack Jasinski. coming off the bench. Quick sub, and now you see a couple more personnel changes for Team USA.
Jasinski from Arkansas headed to Ohio State. He could actually see some playing time for the Buckeyes this year.
And that one, just an errant pass, goes out. That'll be awarded back to Canada. (5-1), just under 13 minutes remain in the first half. Team USA been fairly dominant so far. We've seen all the U.S. teams go undefeated in this Spring Premier Showcase. Again, Team USA right now almost tempting Canada to try to make a move. Trying to charge in Jason Walker. Marshall King, number 38, as well as number 54, Jake Stevens. He gets tripped up.
See the U.S.
flag thrown.
All for a slash there. He came out hard defending that pick. Just something Nick Myers knows a little bit about.
Just a little bit of a discussion between the officials. Might see Canada a man up. Looks like he's signaling 1 minute. Canada with a chance to cut into that 4-goal deficit. First time we'll see Team USA a man down. Crisp ball movement, great passing. Now just looking for that open outlet for a shot. Fires a bullet in the goal for Canada. What a shot. Well set up. Looked like that was number 61, Ethan Walker. And that'll be a timeout called after that, but 5-2, 11:04 remaining. So Wagner and Walker, your goal scorers. See if we get a chance at the instant replay. Again, Canada with the man advantage. You just see a huge sweeping shot and just going to the right of number 24, Jack Pazula, but a very strong and deliberate shot by Ethan Walker.
You see what Walker could do there when he had time and room and space to let go a full shot.
Second time out that we have seen, obviously right now. Team USA not too afraid of Canada getting back into it, but when you have those silly mental mistakes and some of those fouls that cost you to play a man down, you see right there, as we've seen so many times this weekend, giving the team the other man advantage is almost always not going to benefit you.
No, man up units have a huge advantage. I wouldn't be overly concerned about that play. I mean, that was an aggressive move trying to double team, and I think they'll be okay with that one.
Also, for those of you just tuning in for this game that did not see or hear the explanation during the 11 o'clock game, there are some additional lines on the field that you're probably not accustomed to. Those were for the women's competitions that were held last night and this morning. The closer line to the crease, the 8-meter line, and the outer line is 12 meters, so just something to keep in mind as a frame of reference as far as distance from the goal, just to give you a nice little guideline, but just know that they have no legal bearing as far as in the field of play for this men's competition.
U.S. is man down here on this face-off. They got 2 guys on offense.
Fought 4 and 1. USA and just slung downfield. Almost getting ready to get their man back.
See a little hidden ball action there between Teat and Leclerc in midfield. Defense communicated that.
Canada again still man up. That one intended to be a pass to Kyle Killen. Instead goes out of play, and Team USA will still continue to try and attack. A man down. It's number 18, Austin Sims. You mentioned one of the speedier players on the field. Team USA getting their man back. So back to even strength for both sides. It's Tyler Dunn to back up top to Ryan Conrad.
Going with that same midfield of Conrad, Bernhardt, and Sipinski in the second quarter as well, but I would expect that to change in the third and fourth.
Bernhardt out near goal line extended and now behind net, trying to make a rush, and he's shoved down to the field and taken away. Nice steal by Team Canada. Team USA able to keep it back in their zone, but great defense. They're surprised didn't get called for a little contact to the head. Canada. Trailing 5-2, 8 minutes to go in the half. And fairly evenly matched, Canada taking advantage of their man-up opportunities. Looks like a push being signaled. It'll stay with Canada. That's Jake Stevens for Team Canada, wearing number 54. Nice little no-look pass, and then that turns into a goal. Again, a little hook shot. Wasn't really looking where it was going, but a fantastic finish for number 38, Marshall King. Brings Team Canada back within 2.
You see Stovall with the starts it, extra pass, and the finish.
Robert Stovall, a beautiful little, just quick touch pass. Another infraction
Canada
against
goal, number 38.
Team USA. So 5-3.
Assist to number 58,
USA is
Jeff
lead dwindling. It was at 1.5 to 1, but Canada now with 2 unanswered goals, putting Team USA back on their heels just a little bit.
Yeah, you get that goal, you win the next face-off, and maybe here you have a chance to pull within 1. A little bit of momentum there. See a one-handed pass there.
Nice battle up top, and again trying to find some space. Trey Leclerc and Brett McIntyre. Back up top to Leclerc. Nice little spin move dodge. Back out and almost a chance, and now Team USA quickly running the other way. And as Matt Borges.
You see some of that big playability that Leclerc has there. They just weren't able to complete that offensive set.
Costable. And back behind to Tyler Dunn.
Good stop by the U.S. though. Up 5-3, 5 minutes left in the quarter, and now here a chance to build on the lead before the break.
Jack Jasinski. Now Tyler Dunn from behind the net trying to possibly move up. Instead, Mac O'Keefe already with a pair of goals. There, Jasinski loses it and still continues to fight for it. Whistle blown. And it will be given back to Canada. Now quickly the other way, Clark Peterson. As you had mentioned, one of the more complete players on the Team Canada roster.
Yeah, he's definitely a do-it-all midfielder. You see him trying to get off here, and he does, but he can do a lot of different things around the field.
Dalton follows. Try and cycle it back around. Follows. Nice cutback. Possible opportunity for Brett McIntyre, but loses possession before getting the ball back, and now cycling back around. Up top to Jeff Teat. Follows wanted to maybe wind up for a long shot from about 12 meters out. And snuck through, and lucky break there for Jack Pazula, as Canada now putting a lot of pressure on Team USA.
Yeah, you see Teat on this possession, a nice vision on a pass, and was slipping open. I think he might be surprised if he cans one soon.
And a wonderful save by Jack Pazula. And almost a dangerous turnover kicked away by Pazula. Give it back to Team USA. Nice check there into Terry Lindsay. North Bethesda, Maryland, committed to play for Duke. And we're going to have another timeout for Team USA with just over 2 minutes to go in the half.
The U.S. calls timeout, hoping to generate some offense here in the final 2 minutes of the half. It's been a slog at times here, a little bit of a struggle, but hopefully get something going here for themselves.
And you guys are watching the USA Spring Premiere presented by Stream Sports and US Lacrosse. It's been a a fun weekend for those, again, just tuning in for the first time this weekend. Had some clinics with some of the U.S. men's national team players, also the defending champion University of Denver men from the collegiate level. Also just coming off of that game from 11 o'clock, but a very fun injection of lacrosse into the Bradenton area in Florida, especially here at IMG Academy, that the fans have really appreciated and have shown out in droves. A couple probably had about 50 to 100 fans last night sit through a 5.5-hour rain delay just to watch the U.S. women play one game, even though they had tickets for both. So definitely a very devoted fan base and a very passionate fan base, and definitely everybody here at IMG has enjoyed the new sport. IMG obviously having their own lacrosse program as well, but as far as to the state of Florida, it's just kind of slowly booming and blooming. But very good to see U.S. lacrosse and kind of just rally around here at IMG and have put on a really fantastic event.
Yeah, this is a great venue. Obviously, it's interesting that you mentioned the lacrosse program at IMG too. There's 2 kids from Canada in this game, including starting goalie Drake Porter, who's on the IMG team, and he's headed to Syracuse. So some future talent down here at the program for sure as well.
Now as they break the timeout, we will see what kind of strategies were constructed in those huddles. Again, Team USA calling that last timeout.
Yeah, again, this is invaluable prep for the championship come summer. Real game situations.
Tyler Dunn. Another chance for Team USA. Just missing the shot on target. Licciardi again had the assist on the second goal.
Yeah, Canada, making it hard, but Bernhardt was in there, had a good opportunity.
Under 90 seconds left for Team USA to create something, and Licciardi up top. Tight defense by Team Canada. Looks like that might be Mackenzie Ayakoka. And now Licciardi just fending and fighting through and trying to pull some of those defenders out of position. Possible chance now. O'Keefe gets taken down and able to retain possession, but a flag flies. Looks like that may have been against Canada. So for these final 30 seconds, Team USA will be a man up.
Clock's still running here, and the U.S. will have about 20 seconds for this man-up play.
Sapinski back over to O'Keefe.
30 seconds, holding.
And 5 seconds left, and it looks like they're just going to walk it off and go like that into halftime. The score, Team USA 5. Canada 3. Again, started out with Team USA scoring and then Canada tying it up at 1 on Wagner's goal, but then Team USA scoring 4 unanswered before Canada answered back with 2 of their own. So 5-3 is how we will go into the break and have a great video for you. Team USA has been busy the last few months getting ready for this summer's Federation of International Lacrosse Men's U19 World Championship in British Columbia, Canada. We've got 2 great highlight packages to see their progress, starting with an inter-squad scrimmage at Johns Hopkins in August and a showdown against Canada's Hill Academy at the Shoe on the campus of Ohio State University back in November.
Write our names in lights as we're sitting on the back of our head, and we'll stand our ground tonight and sing this song.
We are thankful for each other. This is an amazing group of men that we have here. We're just extremely humbled and grateful for this opportunity to share with each other what it means to put on the red, white, and blue. USA on 3. 1, 2, 3, USA! Let's go. We're heading out down the tunnel.
Our names in 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 but a little salt, a little tune to play to make the good times roll. No, I ain't got nothing but a bag of green, 2 dancing shoes, and my friends with me. Here we go.
Gears in our left hand, right hand's over our heart. After the anthem, we'll have one huddle collectively together, and you'll break off to your teams, and then we'll face it off. All right, let's have some fun. Go line it up for the anthem. Let's go. Jog it over and line it up.
Don't that feel real funky, y'all?
It's hot. It's a big time heat out there. Everyone's a little gassed. Everyone's fatigued, right? Who's gonna ride? Who's gonna get in and play D? Who's gonna clear the ball when it really matters? You got 2 quarters left. All right, there's one team that's going out here with a win. Bottom line. All right, we gotta see kids and guys, brothers out here fighting like that.
I saw the ball down the other end. Great stop by Phil in the cage. I saw Ryan pick up the ball, and I'd seen that since I was about 11 years old, him pulling it down the whole field. Then once he got down to the bottom, I knew just to get out of his way, try to get in front of the goal, and hopefully he'd put it in my stick, and luckily he did. Luckily I did the easy job and just finished it.
Coach actually put two, as you say, more offensive middies in, maybe to try and get a transition. It was me and Doc Sakin, and we ended up having a big defensive stop. We ended up getting the ground ball. I ran down the field. I kind of drove in and pulled a double, and Alex Rosner split underneath, and I hit him, and he finished it for the win.
That this is more than just playing for a gold medal. It's about the sport, it's about being ambassadors of the game, and our team thankfully has embraced that.
And I think I'm going to be so much more successful in college with this opportunity to have felt that loss and not want to feel that again.
And welcome back to IMG Academy Field on the campus of IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Right now at halftime, we see Team USA with a 5-3 advantage over Team Canada. And actually, right now, also seeing number 48 for Team Canada, Drake Porter, also a product of the IMG Academy lacrosse program, warming up for Team Canada, probably expecting to get some significant minutes here in the second half. Again, the 5-3 advantage coming off of first goals by Sowers, Kelly, which was assisted by Licciardi, O'Keefe, and Sapinski with identical goals on opposite sides of the field. Made it 4-1, and then Conrad's goal made it 5-1 before Walker and King added two more for Canada, and that is how we got to 5-3. Again, Ryan Sudol with Corey McLaughlin, and Corey, what do you anticipate, obviously, again, with the different rotations of players, but as far as styles coming into the second half, what do you think the coaching staffs have compiled for both teams as far as different methods of attack?
Yeah, well, there's, like we said, the U.S. is working through different combinations of players, so I expect some different combinations on attack, midfield, defense, and, some of the offensive middies may play defensive midi, and some of the different combinations in the midfield and what have you. Canada, same thing. They're still working through their sets defensively. Maybe I think they're doing pretty good defensively. I'm interested to see, if this stays close and kind of the same pace, who steps up near the end of this game, or who are the one or two players that come up big at some point with a key sequence in the second half here and really stand out and make their case for making one of these teams, and while also maybe getting their team a win as well.
Yeah, and the clouds breaking up a little bit over IMG Academy Field, and the wind also picking up a little bit. Then you can see some of the flags on the football goalposts as well as the American flag off to the south. Picking up, not nearly as windy as we had to deal with last night. Saw most of the advertising banners around the side, the STX and all the other advertisement banners blown clear across the field. during our 5-hour weather delay. And the third quarter underway. Team USA starting again, a man up. And a beautiful shot sneaks one right by Kyle Hebert. And again, just a sweeping low angle shot for Team USA and a beautiful goal.
Yeah, Drew Sapinski there. He's got that range and that ability to shoot from the outside. Extend the defense. If they don't get out on him, he's gonna do that. And he headed to Johns Hopkins, or is at Johns Hopkins currently. You see that right outside the women's lines there.
This time it was O'Keefe assisting Sapinski.
Team USA goal scored by number 19, Drew Sapinski.
So now the 3-goal advantage. You can hear the Team USA coaching staff being very encouraging. And a nice takeaway by Canada. And a quick little wraparound, and is able to be swallowed up by Philip Goss. And from San Francisco, California, he is committed to Brown.
Yeah, from San Francisco to Deerfield Academy, and like you said, headed to Brown. He's the third goalie in now.
And we see Sowers. Some of the names that we've seen for the first 2 quarters. Sowers and this Grant Ament. And also Mac O'Keefe. 2 goals and an assist. Sapinski just getting that last goal to make it 6-3. He's also got the 2 assists to Mac O'Keefe. A little bit of contact just outside of the crease on Ament, and then taken away by Canada.
Canada getting some good slides there and getting upfield pretty quickly.
Number 70, Miles Ham. Canada again cycling back around. It's Ham back over to Walker. Walker, and Team USA defense not giving an inch to Canada at all. Canada having to come up with a more creative plan of attack. Kyle Killen again drops back off. They try and sneak a surgical pass and through, and it was very clean, but no shooting lane for number 41, Ryan Lanchbury.
Coaches on the U.S. sideline, very happy with the U.S. digging in here and not giving up, not giving Canada much space to operate. This isn't atypical of a Canada team as far as working possessions, but they just haven't really been able to get inside today.
Killen with a nice pass, and again just trying to find some sort of shooting lane, but the Team USA defense has been absolutely suffocating. And there now forces the wide shot. Number 15, Dalton follows. Never really got his feet set, didn't get a clear angle at it, but Team Canada will keep the ball. Killen, a little bit of the fake shot there. And now a flag. Looks like it's going to be an infraction against Team USA. It's going to give Canada a man advantage, and they get the goal. Nice shot from outside. Number 36, and Kyle Killen, first time he's been able to get through. And again, a nice shot from outside. And now Canada going to have a chance to bring this back within one. And we take the shot there again from just about 10 meters out.
U.S. will have its second man-down face-off of this game after that penalty as well.
Now Canada with a great chance to cut their deficit in half. They're trailing by 2. It's 6-4. But a chance to come back within one and with the man advantage.
1 minute for slashing.
You just heard the penalty, 1 minute for slashing. Obviously, Team USA going to try and eat up as much of this clock, a man down, as they possibly can.
Yeah, good job by the U.S. gaining possession, a man down, and now see how much time they can milk off before setting up their own offense.
Nice little shot.
He was maneuvering along the sideline there, trying to stay in bounds, but just couldn't.
But Team USA accomplishes their goal and back to even strength. And Canada again trying to cut this deficit. And the next is excellent game, but definitely prepping for their international competitions. Both of these teams, again, have to get down to their respective roster sizes. Again, a very closely contested game for both sides. Right now, Team USA with the 2-goal advantage. 6-4, 13 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And you wonder, considering this is an exhibition and they will play each other in the World Championship, how much each side wants to give away or how much they're holding back certain things, maybe smaller things. Or
strong check against Ryan Lanchbury there, and goes back for Team USA. Philip Goss, the new goalie for US U19 squad, coming off doing a little bit of time wasting right now. Gets it. Now looking for Brian Constable. Sets him up nicely.
See if the U.S. can get a nice set possession here. Haven't really had one since Sapinski scored that goal early on in this quarter.
Back out wide to Timmy Kelly. Trying to develop from behind the net for a good pass. That Dox Aitken. Then just blocked away and go out for Canada. Strong challenge by Michael Sowers to try and win the ball back. And now awarded back to Team USA. Ryan Conrad and Drew Sapinski. Cycling back around and looking for a charge in. Timmy Kelly just kind of dancing around the perimeter and then passes back and bounces, finds the stick of Ryan Conrad. Swing, and that one deflected out. We'll stay with Team USA. Sapinski waiting for a lane. Drops back out for Sowers. Swung back around to Conrad. He tries to take a shot. Looks like it just clipped the stick of Kyle Hebert. Again, we'll stick with the USA. The Canadian player losing his stick. Sapinski back from the near side. Huge shot, nice save by Kyle Hebert.
Hey, finally got an open shot there against the Canada defense. It's really playing its positions well. Finally got open there, but shot high and save high.
Licciardi out wide to Ament. And cycles back around. Looking for Timmy Kelly. Kelly got Team USA's second goal early in the first quarter. Jasinski back to Dunn up top. Ament getting tripped up, and strong contact going to be whistled against Warren Jeffrey. You see Team USA get it back up top again to Licciardi. And he lines up a shot and a nice little kick save and a beaut. Licciardi. Overhead toss. Canada keeps it a 2-goal game. Nice little dodge and a chance now in transition for Canada to maybe get one of those 2 goals back. Curtis check in for Team Canada.
Yeah, halfway through the third quarter here, and the U.S. really hasn't been able to get inside either against that Canada defense, which is playing well, rotating well, covering up spots, and not letting the U.S., they took a couple outside shots there that were both saved.
That's Ethan Walker. Loses it, but able to hit it back, and now a nice pass inside to Riley Curtis, and then the nice poke back to Ethan Walker and shot in for the goal. So Canada now back within 1, and a beautiful set play by Team Canada.
Yeah, Riley Curtis with the assist there. He's headed to Denver, actually, and I was really impressed by him in the Hill Academy scrimmage against the U.S. in the fall. He had a couple points in that game, and it really seems like a good chemistry with Jeff Teat. There he feeds Walker, but I think he'll be a good player at the next level.
So 6-5 Team USA, now only leading by 1. And when Canada scored, they've scored in pairs. 6-5, Team USA looking to extend that lead. Just under 6 minutes remain in the third quarter. About 25 remaining in the game, and again, it's been a very evenly matched team in the second half, and that's going to be a foul for sure. And it looks like Sowers was still able to poke it in anyway. Unbelievable effort by number 2, Michael Sowers. Again, saw a lot of confusion. You saw both of the officials' flags fly up immediately, but Sowers making the diving effort.
Yeah, Sowers just kind of takes him by surprise, knifes through the bottom half of his zone defense here and finishes.
Looked like he got a shot in the back of the head from one of the Canadian players, but again, a phenomenal effort to get this back to a 2-goal advantage for Team USA.
Looks like that penalty was wiped out there on the goal.
USA goal scored by number 2, Michael Sowers. His second of the game.
They're going to whistle the out of bounds. Just approaching 3 o'clock local time. Here in Bradenton, Florida, again on the campus of IMG Academy at IMG Academy Field. Team USA now, and Joe Licciardi making a run, dodges 2. Now Licciardi just playing a little bit of keep away. Trey Leclerc just probably having some words, not putting too much pressure on, and just letting the U.S. penetrate the defense a little bit. And a beautiful feed to Mac O'Keefe. And he will get his 3rd goal of the game, and Team USA starting to flex a little bit about that red, white, and blue muscle, makes it 8-5. Beautiful pass from behind the net.
Yeah, you see the feed up top, Mac O'Keefe, lefty rip, and he's going to do that. And it seems like this Team USA team has some pretty good outside shooters, and Sapinski, O'Keefe there, Timmy Kelly is a phenomenal shooter.
Now another chance for a quick goal by O'Keefe, and instead knocked away to the left, and the goalie Kyle Hebert able to keep that out of the back of the net.
His third game. Assist number 11, Tyler Dunn.
Tyler Dunn getting the assist on that last one. And every time it looks like Canada may be getting back into the game, Team USA just able to put it into a different gear. And again, they extend their goal lead back to 3. Biggest discrepancy in score was back when it was 5-1 for Team USA. Canada been able to keep it relatively close ever since. Canada possibly trying to get that last shot out, and now there's going to be another flag, so Canada might be getting a man advantage, and it's corralled by number 20, Philip Goss.
It's like another slash. It was the initial call, I believe.
And it looks like it will in fact be Ryan Conrad sitting out for the moment, so Canada now with the man advantage and a chance to chip away at that 3-goal deficit. 90 seconds remain in this 3rd quarter. Nice angle possibly for Canada, but taken away by Team USA. Saw them do this the last time. Canada had the advantage, and now again forcing the turnover.
Sorry, on that penalty is actually interference, so 30-second, not a minute.
And a timeout called. So we will take this time to remind you and again, thank all of these sponsors with U.S. Lacrosse. Their financial support helps Team USA serve as ambassadors for the support while chasing their gold medal dreams. Nike Lacrosse is the official apparel and footwear provider to the U.S. national team's program. Cascade and STX are the official equipment suppliers for the U.S. men's national team program. Greenfields is an official partner of the U.S. national team's program. SweatX is an official partner of the U.S. national team's program. And Nationwide is an official partner of the U.S. national team's program. And you can be too. All you need to do to help support the U.S. national team's program, consider making a donation to support the red, white, and blue. Just visit www.uslacrosse.org. And thank you for tuning in to the USA Spring Premiere live from Bradenton, Florida, presented by Stream Sports and U.S. Lacrosse. And if you're just tuning in late, understand all the games will be archived on the U.S. Lacrosse YouTube channel. You can download any of the contests that you have seen or have wanted to see, whether it be Team USA versus Florida women or Team USA versus Syracuse women, or this morning a very fun, high-scoring effort by the U.S. men's senior national team taking on the defending NCAA champions, the University of Denver Pioneers. Canada again.
That penalty's over, so they're even now.
And Riley Curtis looked like he may have wanted to try and fire one towards net. Now Team USA going back on their high-pressure defense that, again, not giving anything to this Canada opposition. Nice shot, better save, Philip Goss.
Yeah, it looked like an easy save for Goss on that outside shot. It looked like he saw it all the way.
And that's going to be an immediate penalty. Now Team USA will have a man up. Looks like it may have been some contact to the head, but sent number 10, Grant Ament, down. And after that infraction, another quick timeout. Actually, that is the end of the third quarter. So with the score 8-5, we get ready for fourth quarter action and expect to see some of the other players that we haven't seen, I know, for Team Canada. Again, bringing 37 players here to Bradenton. Anticipate seeing a few new faces as well as some of the old faces to try and keep them well involved in this game. But right now, Team USA seems to have all the momentum. Ready for the final 20 minutes. Again, you can see running around on the track some of the IMG Academy lacrosse products, and many of them in attendance watching. Two of them actually playing for Team Canada. We'll probably see Ben French and Drake Porter possibly sub in for this fourth quarter. Team USA with the 8-5 advantage. Again, the lowest scoring game that we have had so far. Probably been the most competitive, however. Seeing more than 20 goals in every contest so far. 18 by the U.S. women on the first game last night. 20 by the U.S. women at 8:30 this morning, and then the U.S. senior men's national team putting 22 on the University of Denver. And thank you guys for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. Ryan Sudol and Corey McLaughlin. And Team USA will start the fourth quarter a man up, again going left to right. Looks like Drake Porter has in fact taken his spot in goal. Team USA looking, and then just a quick no-look turn and an excellent save by Drake Porter. Alex Rosner put a bullet of a shot on target, and Drake Porter was able to just send it away.
Yeah, Rosner with that high to low shot, and good low save by the Syracuse-bound goalie.
Canada now, and Connor Frost. Kyle Killen scored the 4th goal for Team Canada. Cycling back around and up top and to John Wagner. He opened the scoring for Team Canada back in the 1st quarter. Actually, that was the last time that these two teams were tied, and now taken away, and now a dangerous chance. And finds the goal. A beautiful underhanded shot by number 45, Brent McIntyre. Finds the back of the net and brings Canada back within 2.
Canada goal scored by number 45, Brent McIntyre.
Take a look at the replay and how that
You see a
developed.
little bit of an unsettled situation here, and backside defense was slow to get over to McIntyre, and he puts it away.
Almost looked like McIntyre was confused, looking for somewhere to pass, and realized there was no one around him. Just turned towards goal and shot. A nice takeaway by Team Canada, and that time underhanded shot by Ben French, the other IMG Academy product. Goes just wide, and Team USA will have it. And a very dangerous pass across the field for Team USA. Able to keep it in, though. Back out for Conrad. Near the U.S. coaching staff screaming, "Cycle again." Now Sowers out back to the near side. Now Sapinski. Nice pass over, and possible scoring chance for Team USA. Shot up and just wide.
Yeah, you see Sapinski drawing some more defensive attention now.
Conrad up top, just with one man, and he gets a little bit of abuse, and another strong shot by Drew Sapinski, and a better save by Drake Porter. And that time, though, beautiful pass, and didn't even get a chance to see it. 9-6 the advantage after the shot by Timmy Kelly.
Yeah, that's what Timmy Kelly is capable of right there. It's just, we haven't seen it till 5 minutes into the 4th quarter, but they're sticking with it, and finally got an open shot for him on the right wing there. They were just late getting to him, you saw there. Off the restart.
Again, nobody within 2 or 3 yards of Kelly as he shot that, and anytime you see a player get that full windup and step into a shot, it's going to be tough to defend. Nine 6, 15 minutes to go. Canada trailing 3 and running out of time to find an equalizer. Back out to Marshall King. Brett McIntyre trying to create space for himself. A little bit of an open lane and a fantastic save by Philip Goss. Great shot and almost had a look what I found look on his face.
Yeah, Goss, you know, had sun in his face. You can see the shadow behind him, but slid over a little bit and was right on top of it.
Looked like Timmy Kelly maybe would have had a shot, but comes from the other side. And now Team USA is starting to pull away. They've duplicated their biggest lead of the game at 10-6. And it's going to cause Canada to take a timeout. We'll take a look at the replay. Right there, you saw Timmy Kelly maybe would have had a shot. Instead, gets it right into number 12. Looked like Terry Lindsay.
And you got a little emotion on the sideline from the U.S. really for the first time today after this 4-goal lead now with a timeout on the field.
Last time they had a 4-goal lead was early in the second quarter. Before Ethan Walker was able to get one back, and Canada's been able to stay within 2 or 3 since then. And the largest lead since the second quarter, 10-6 in favor of Team USA. And you know, the Canadian coaching staff right now is just trying to settle down the guys on the field. It's been fantastic watching Drake Porter in goal. He's made some phenomenal saves, but right now it just looks like as the fatigue is kind of worn on, Team USA has really just kind of found a groove that Canada has not been able to stop when they've finding their lanes and finding their clear passing alleys. Very, very tough to defend.
Yeah, and similarly, Team USA's defense has performed pretty well. I mean, we haven't seen any really of the flashy, you know, creative moves from Canada in this game, and it's a credit to the U.S. defense.
As we get back to the face-off. This is Austin Henningsen, Maryland product.
Yeah, Henningsen at Maryland now. He'll have some chance to play this year with the graduation of Charlie Raffa, who was their face-off guy for a while. Henningsen's a Long Island guy, Northport.
Killen back on for Canada. Bit of contact there with John Wagner. Foul going to be called against the USA. Wagner looking possibly take a shot again. He opened the scoring for Team Canada. Drops it back off to his right. Now Killen, beautiful pass, just inside, and the dive through the crease, and we'll get the ball back to Team USA. With a long pass, misses 2 of his teammates, and instead Canada going back the other way. Killen. It's also Tanner Bolden. Brett McIntyre holding on, letting some of the subs return. It's number 67, Tanner Cook, one of the Canadian midfielders.
Tanner Cook, another Hill Academy guy on this in this Canadian tryout pool.
Tries to shoot one through and play stopped. Clock continues to roll. Under 11 minutes. Team USA 10, Canada 6. Canada now a man up, and a beautiful shot just past the left ear of Goss. A fantastic finish for number 41, Ryan Lanchbury.
Yeah, Lanchburg ends the play, but a good ball movement. A couple passes on that extra man opportunity for Canada. See a little back and forth there. Gets the guys moving from the U.S. and cans it.
Nice soft pass from McIntyre.
Canada goal number 41, Ryan Lanchbury. Assist number 45, Brett McIntyre.
Halfway through this fourth quarter, Team USA again will look to pull away, but Team Canada again not giving up easily. Sowers fights for the dive and does not go in. Drake Porter able to keep it out. Again, we saw a nice diving effort in the U.S. men's national team game earlier. And looks like Team Canada is going to take a timeout with 9:10 remaining. USA 10, Canada 7. And usually with this much time left, Corey, what is the purpose, especially with Canada starting to kind of develop an attack and just coming off of that last Team USA goal, or that last Canada goal? What's kind of the purpose of slowing it down? Because I know a lot of mentality in other sports is, you know, if you score, you know, just keep going and doing what you're doing. What's the mentality behind this timeout for Canada?
Well, Canada, I mean, they might be at a point where they want to speed it up a little bit. Typically, the Canadian teams will like to use some time and work their possessions. But here, 9 minutes left, down by 3. Maybe they're setting up for some late game adjustments. You know, as far as maybe trying to win this game now, and playing for the scoreboard now.
Again, seen pretty even scoring so far. It was 3-1 at the end of the first, 5-3 at the end of the first half. Now that brings us to 10-7, so very closely contested game between both sides. And for Team USA, it's just a matter of keeping that strong defense just in and around the crease. See them huddled up because, again, some of these guys know that they won't be necessarily picked for the team. They don't know it yet, but again, everybody on both sides still fighting for a chance to make it on their spots for the U19 championships. So 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Little handoff and into the zone. And that one bounces in, a beautiful follow through. Like that was number 68, Thomas Semple. And just able to weave his way in and out. But a fantastic finish for Team Canada and a well-timed timeout.
Canada goal number 68, Thomas Semple.
Yeah, coming to that timeout.
Assisted by number 19, Ben Frank.
Gets space inside and beats the goalie low.
Again, got that bounce outside of the crease before finally getting behind number 20, Philip Goss. And Canada, even though they've come close a few times, again got back to within one at 6-5 before Team USA started pulling away, and then 8-6 was the closest they've been since. Now bring it back to a 2-goal deficit for Team Canada.
Procedure call there gives Canada this possession so they could get within one.
Cycling back around and trying to get close, and another flag. Looks like Team USA again will be a man down. Canada with the man advantage will have a chance to get one back. And a misplayed shot. The Canadian attackman just kind of losing track of the ball. So Team USA, a man down, will now get back to even strength. So really big missed opportunity for Team Canada there. Taken back away by 45, Brett McIntyre. Canada with a chance, a strong shot. Excellent save.
Canada had numbers there.
Austin Sims just getting beat up on the field right now. Now they want Licciardi to restart. Under 6 minutes to go. Team USA still with the 2-goal advantage. It's 10-8.
We're getting to that point now. If the U.S. can get another goal, it might make this lead. You know, there might not be enough time for Canada to pull out the win.
As Licciardi just jogging gingerly across midfield. You see the pressure again being put back on by Team Canada. Sowers. And back out wide to Aitken. Licciardi about to put a move on, trying to get by one. And taken away, a very nice steal by Team Canada, and again unguarded, just trying to usher it forward, and missed opportunity there by number 69, Matthew Boysenall.
We're getting into crunch time here now, where the ground balls are all very important. Every possession matters even more now.
From behind the net, Team Canada really going to need to get a goal in the next 30 or 60 seconds if they want to have a chance to maybe get one more possession to try and tie it up. Opportunity for Simmons. Back out for Jake Stevens, and then taken away by Team USA and sent to the ground is Licciardi. Canada still with a chance to stay alive, but having to fight a very ferocious Jasinski. And then finally number 19, Ben French, the IMG product, has his own little fan club in the stands as well, but Ben French brings them back within one.
Again, that was a long ground ball situation. Ball pops out to French, and we wondered who was going to step up towards the end of this game, and there he is one. Pulls it within one.
Very important face-off coming out for Team Canada. Wouldn't be shocked to possibly see a timeout by the U.S. team.
Big face-off win.
Again, under 3 minutes now. Separate Team USA from victory.
That's Feliziani with the face-off win. He started the day as the Team USA's face-off guy.
And the Ohio State commit. Now you can see a little bit of keep away going from Team USA. And Ryan Conrad. Canada has to put a little more pressure and force a turnover here, and comes close. Team USA able to corral it. 2 minutes remaining.
This is where the stall comes into play. The stall call hasn't come yet, but keep an eye out for it. And there it is. Have to keep it in the box.
Not the first time we've seen the call, and then goes to the left of Porter. It'll stay with Team USA. And then intercepted, and now a chance, maybe one last chance for Team Canada. Dead run is Jack Kelly. And winds up and blocked away. Nice save by Philip Goss. Again with 80 seconds. Good pass, threw it in, the equalizer, there it is. Looks like that was number 70, Miles Ham, sprinting in from a substitution and getting the perfect pass and executing the perfect finish. We're tied at 10.
Yeah, after the big save, a pretty quick restart there. Threads the needle in front, all tied up.
What a beautiful setup by Team Canada. And now there is only 71 seconds left on the clock. Have to assume the next goal wins.
Canada goal scored by number 70, Miles Ham. Assist to number 19, Ben French.
Again, Ben French tallying the point with that assist. Coming up big in the fourth. And a foul called against Canada, so Team USA will have it with a chance to attack under a minute to go. And now definitely going to try and develop this last attempt. You see Drew Sapinski, definitely been one of the MVPs for this U.S. team this afternoon, looking for an outlet, and strong check and a big scrum sitting right in front of Drake Porter. Again, with 20 seconds to go, finally able to sneak it out, and there's some contact and a timeout called by Team USA. I don't think we could have drawn up a more exciting game. Again, it looked like Team USA was going to dominate, but over the last few minutes, Team Canada with 4 unanswered goals to tie it back up, and some key saves by Drake Porter.
Yeah, Canada's made a run late. Tyler Dunn, huge ground ball off of that rugby-like scrum, and Nick Myers called timeout right when he got possession. See what they draw up here, who they plan the ball to, and if they able to convert, or if we're headed to OT.
Again, the overtime, I believe at this competition, will be a sudden death.
That's actually 2 4-minute periods.
There will be 2 4-minute periods, okay? See, even the new guys to the sport also have have a learning curve here. So we'll have 2 4-minute periods, and
After that, if you're still tied, then we'll do sudden death. But neither one of these teams, well, the U.S. doesn't want to go overtime right now. They'd like to can this one.
and they've
End
got
it in regulation.
16.5 seconds to do so. And if you see a guy like Drew Sapinski or Mac O'Keefe on the field, I anticipate one of them taking that final shot.
They've certainly been able to, the best opportunities have come through them, but maybe they'll show them a little bit and then get it inside. They haven't been able to do that yet really today, but it'd be a good time to.
And Sapinski will start out with it. Back over to Conrad. Darting through, trying to get it out and lining up a shot and sneaks it by Drake Porter with 6 seconds to go. An unbelievable strike from Team USA, and they're up 11-10 with 6 seconds left.
USA goal scored by number 19, Drew Sapinski.
And I couldn't have called it better myself. Number 19, Drew Sapinski.
Hey, you see Conrad gets stripped, ball on the ground. Sapinski picks it up, no hesitation. Stick side high.
Took a little bit of a stutter step, recocked his approach, and just fired in and sneaks it past Drake Porter. And with that, I think I'll definitely have to give him the MVP honors for this at the USA Spring Premiere. And unbelievably, I don't know if it's going to count. How in the world? And the official signal's good.
I think it's going to count.
With 6 seconds to go, a fling and a prayer for Team Canada, and we are tied at 11. What an unbelievable finish. There might be a review as...
They're going to talk about it, but Goss was definitely surprised to see that ball flying near him there in the final seconds.
And just waiting for
a replay here.
An official ruling. Let's see the replay. I know we won't have the time register probably, but it'd be interesting to see if we could time out 5 seconds ourselves, because it didn't seem like that would be nearly enough time. Now, what an incredible finish at 10-10. Team USA takes the lead with 6 seconds to go after a beautiful shot by Drew Sapinski. And it looks like they're going to say the goal counts.
Wow, crazy ending there.
That was not to be expected. We will keep it here. A very exciting finish. And we still have plenty of time left. So it looks like we're going to have 2 4-minute overtime periods. Not sure how long the break is. Probably just a quick little timeout before they reset. After the 4 minutes, probably switch sides to give equal time towards both goals. I'll definitely be interested to see what that USA MLAX hashtag is generating now. Anybody that's stuck with this game from beginning to end. Again, it was 10-6 at one point, 10-10. And then with 16 seconds left on a set piece opportunity from Drew Sapinski, just a lucky strip from Ryan Conrad. Sapinski picks it up, goes up with 5.7 seconds remaining on the clock. And then just an incredible shot from Team Canada
to
tie it up at 11.
Prayer there, and now we're in OT.
There are definitely some people following along on Twitter and watching the game outside of Bradenton and definitely getting a treat. Appreciate you guys sticking with it. So we'll have 2 4-minute overtime periods. And if they're anything like the last 2 minutes of regulation, and Lanchberry getting credit for that last goal. Like it. Face off 1. Ignacio now back in for Team Canada, so definitely going to try to get this one put away. Team USA going right to left on your screen. Team Canada left to right.
Well, it took a little while, but we sure got some excitement there in the last 5 minutes. Ignacio with that face-off win, and then just assists on that miracle goal at the end of regulation.
I mean, you could almost make the case that both of them miracle goals. And Sapinski's just dart of a strike, and then Lanchberry, just an unbelievable attempt. Probably didn't even think himself that it would go in, and that one buried away. Number 20, Philip Goss, will remain in net.
Goss not rattled by the ending to that fourth quarter. Makes that save.
Team USA tied up at 11. This is the first of 2 overtime periods. It's Licciardi finds Sapinski. Knocks the stick out. Sapinski with a nice little stick check. And infraction whistled against Canada, so Sapinski will start it back up. Now Licciardi looking for room. Halfway through this first overtime period, Sapinski tries to dodge one, turns the other way. Backhanded shot. Looked like he might have gotten a hit to the face, but out wide and then wind up and bounced just through, and it looks like Drake Porter able to fend that one away from goal. If this is any preview for what the national championship might be, in for a treat, and there's Timmy Kelly again coming through at a no more opportune time in the first overtime period. 12-11 after the goal from Timmy Kelly.
USA goal scored by number 9, Timmy Kelly. Assist to number 2, Michael Sowers.
And Sowers been relatively quiet since the beginning of the second half, but coming up with a big assist.
Kelly just jogged up there, turned around, and he was open. Ball was on his stick, and big time player there making a big OT goal.
Taken away, Canada now maybe with an opportunity. Winds an underhanded shot, and the answer right back with 1:28 to go. What a shot. Looks like that was number 61, Ethan Walker, tied up at 12.
And goal scored by number 61, Ethan Walker.
You see the setup on the losing his footing was Brian Costable, and then just that little shot right past number 8, Patrick Foley.
Yeah, the defense was hedging up off that loose ball and left some space open down low.
USA looking for a quick answer, and Drake Porter with a phenomenal save.
Amazing save.
Now Drake Porter And the IMG alum, ready to go to Syracuse, as you had mentioned, Corey, and one of the big reasons why Team Canada has been able to send this to an overtime. Now Walker coming off of his last goal. Try and waste these last 30 seconds. And a timeout going to be called by Team Canada. And 31.5 seconds remaining. 12-12 the score in the first of 2 overtime periods. And, you know, Corey, if you would ask someone to draw up a more exciting scenario, I don't think that you probably could have imagined one as exciting as this.
Yeah, I mean, Canada had that late goal run, or, you know, down 4 late, came back. Sapinski with an incredible play to late, and now we're here in overtime, 31 seconds left.
An unbelievable turn of events. Team USA, again, having a 2 or 3 goal lead for most of the game and leading by as much as 10-6 towards the conclusion of the fourth quarter before Lanchbury, Semple, French, and Ham. 4 unanswered goals for Team Canada. Sapinski comes back with about 6 seconds left and puts one into the Canadian net, and then again on the equivalent of a Hail Mary, Lanchbury just fires one up off the one face-off by Canada and just caught Philip Goss completely off guard, and it went in as time expired, and the officials had a little conference and said that it counted. So that's what brings us here, 12-12, and then 2 real quick back-to-back goals for USA and Canada.
Yeah, just going back to that play at the end of the fourth, that ball came up and it bounced, you know, a couple feet in front of Goss and went in. He definitely took him off guard, and took a lot of us off guard here.
Also, one of the things you will learn at the U19 level is always taught in every sport: you play until you hear the whistle.
Yep.
Or in this case, the buzzer. And that time, I bet you that's not something Philip Goss is ever going to let happen to him ever again. So with 30 seconds now, Canada will just walk off as much time to try and sneak one in.
Clock wasn't running yet.
They put 31 seconds back on. I think they're calling to get the actual number exact. Right now, I think possibly arguing over tenths of a second. And one of the disadvantages of not having, when they are going to roll it down to 27.9. And now the clock continues to roll, finally. And again, more clock confusion, which is, after a game that's been this exciting, this is definitely taking a little bit of the wind out of the fans' sails. Got a feeling that the play designation doesn't really depend on a few tenths of a second, especially if all the Canadian midfielder is going to do is stand there and wind time down until about 15 or so. We'll see what they decide to put back on the clock.
All right, looks like we're good now. Clock's running down.
20 seconds. One last charge in this first overtime period. Beautiful setup for Walker. Gets it in tight and sneaks it through.
Jeff Teat.
And that is the first goal for Teat on Team Canada. He was one of our players to watch, and now Canada for the first time all game that they have led, and it's with 9 seconds remaining.
See Jeff Teat. No one's covering him behind there. A little late getting to him.
And he just scooped that one away. Looked like that might have been Hugh Krantz just sitting by. He just poked him over his right ear, able to steal it away. And now Canada in great opportunity to possibly win this game. And that is how the first overtime period will end. Again, 2 goals by Canada, Walker and Teat. The lone goal for Team USA coming from Timmy Kelly. And now definitely the wind taken out of the sails of Team USA, but they will play one more 4-minute overtime period. Again, if it's anything like the rest of the game, anticipate a good one.
Yeah, Jeff Teat been quiet most of the game. Big time to score his first goal. They're finally, set him. He hasn't been on the field the entire time either, but obviously here in overtime they're going to get the ball to him. And after scoring 8 goals against this Team USA team about a month and a half ago at Ohio State, he does it again there in a big time moment.
So 4 minutes remain, and if we do end this in a tie, then we will go to a sudden death period. Again, I would expect nothing less from the excitement that this game has provided so far. And again, for Team Canada right now, that fourth quarter substitution, bringing in Drake Porter in net, has really kind of kept Team USA at bay. So we will change directions for the final 4 minutes. Those that have been watching online have been getting quite a treat. The great cameramen at Stream Sports have been able to capture every moment of this game, and just one of the more exciting lacrosse games that you'll probably ever get an opportunity to see. Even though it is just an exhibition, the action and the level of play has been nothing short of spectacular.
Matthew Kim with the face-off win on a violation.
Now for Canada, Trey Leclerc. And the 1-goal advantage for Team Canada. The first time that they have led all day comes with 9 seconds remaining in that first overtime period. Fighting for it and sneaks another one by Goss. Ryan Lanchbury, he was the one who got the end of regulation goal, and Lanchbury now puts Canada up by 2, 14-12.
Yeah, Lanchbury with another one. Obviously the momentum on their side here at the start of the second OT.
And again used Brian Costable almost as a screen. Costable was standing right in between Philip Goss and Lanchbury, and shielded that reaction time. Some big swipes being taken in Austin Henningsen. Team USA need to score quickly. That one looked like it bounced off the helmet of number 1 Mac O'Keefe, and then able to be kept in by Rosner. Fakes it in a beautiful backhanded shot. He deked the pass to his left, and then the no-look backhander to his right. That's going to be a replay I want to see. Unbelievable shot by Alex Rosner. 13-14 is what Team USA trails by, and let's take a look at that one again.
Yeah, Rosner's the guy who says he likes big games. Here he picks up the loose ball, goes right to it.
Now what a beautiful, beautiful play by Rosner to come from that end line all the way back up. I think Team USA there now with the quick face-off win and a chance to tie it up. Little check to the back and trying to win it back, Austin Henningsen.
Big ground ball.
Kept in by Jake Stevens. Minutes to go. We'll see if Team USA has an equalizer somewhere in their back pocket. Now John Wagner. Brought up. Team USA has to apply some pressure here. A minute 45 to go. Need a takeaway at some point.
Stall call on Canada, and they got to keep it in the restraining box.
That's Brett McIntyre, I believe. Just playing keep away. Right now trying to fend off Hugh Krantz.
They're going to have to double and get the ball back.
And Brett McIntyre just kind of running around and toying with that USA defense. Got to give it up and almost goes out of bounds, and the official on the line is going to give it to Team USA, or no, there's going to be a timeout.
Yeah, Canada got a timeout with their player in trouble there on the end line. Good timeout call.
54.5 seconds to go. Team USA trailing by 1 goal. Absolutely unbelievable finish here. I would not be surprised to see 1 or 2 more goals in these last few minutes.
This is where you see the difference between the college rules and the international rules. College game, if the stall goes on, they have 30 seconds to shoot. Here, they just got to keep it, on the offensive side of the field, and if they're able to, they can milk the clock out.
Appreciate those of you interacting on Twitter, the level of excitement coming from the hashtag USAMLAX. Very excited. People that are not watching this game right now are missing out on probably one of the more exciting matches you'll see all year, and that's a tough precedent to set in January.
Lacrosse is a game that lends itself to, 1-goal games, exciting finishes, and I'm glad we got one here today.
I was going to say, I was getting a little tired of seeing Team USA just run over some teams on both the women's and men's sides, getting to see even defending national champions in the University of Denver and the Pioneers just get run over by the U.S. men's senior team, and just the quality of play. But now with 2 national teams and their under-19 sides, just an incredible finish and an incredible match from beginning to end.
Yeah, no matter how this one ends, both of these teams will have something to think about for the World Championships.
Also a few highlights that they'll be wanting to edit together for some tapes. So now 54.5 seconds when we restart.
Start double in the corner, but he gets it out pretty quick.
And now getting beat up and trying to stick with it. Team USA able to knock it loose, but now quickly the other way with a chance. 40 seconds remaining and a timeout called by Team USA. Again, to give them a chance to reset. After taking possession back, they're only going to have 40 seconds to try and tie this up and send it to sudden death. Whew. Very exciting. I know doing broadcasts for over 12 years, one of the first experiences getting to do lacrosse, Corey. It's just a very fun game that I know not a whole lot of the country has been completely and totally exposed to yet. But with the explosion, I know in the Southeast and teams, at least on the women's side, like Florida, and also just some of the interest here down at IMG, as well as some of the other local programs that have it. You can definitely tell that it is gaining steam as far as the national and international scene.
Yeah, I mean, you expose the game to new people, and usually they come away liking the product on the field, and this is a good example of that. These are all future college stars, and you see them kind of growing up here. You have to keep in mind they're 19 years old, and the guys on the field are making big time plays here, and this is a high intensity game at the end, and one that they'll remember for a while.
Now as they break the timeout again, 39.8 is what it says on the clock. Second overtime period. If the result holds like this, Canada will be your 14-13 victors. But as we saw in the first overtime period, and actually in the end of regulation, 2 goals in just about 20 seconds from each other. And now Team USA. And who else but Sapinski looking for an outlet. Now fighting for it is Alex Rosner. He got the last goal in this overtime period unabated and off the crossbar. I bet they're going to say there was a violation in the crease. So 20 seconds to go. And a beautiful pass to get Canada back upfield. And now with 10 seconds, need to get the ball back. And just an errant throw, and now they're just going to have to throw this at the goal somehow, but check down to the ground, and that is how it will end. Tyler Dunn loses possession, and Team Canada will win the USA Spring Premier Exhibition by a score of 14-13. Wow. That's really the only word I've got to describe what I just saw, Corey.
What a game. Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to see the U.S. version of the late Hail Mary at the end of this overtime period, but that didn't happen. Canada holds on to the win. Rosner with a pipe in the last possession there, and what an ending.
And that is how we will end at Bradenton. Want to thank everyone associated with U.S. Lacrosse and Stream Sports for allowing the stream to go on. Don't forget you can support U.S. Lacrosse by going to www.uslacrosse.org. Again, that is your final score, Canada 14, USA 13. For everyone at Stream Sports and my broadcast partner, Corey McLaughlin, I'm Ryan Sudol saying so long from Bradenton.